In a world that's constantly asking us to prove ourselves, it's easy to forget the truth, and that is that we are born worthy. We have always been worthy, and we will always be worthy. It's inherent. So today's intention setting is today I will remember that my worth is inherent. This one really rings home for me because I think that one of the dominating factors of why we don't go for our dreams, why I haven't started this YouTube channel over the years that I've tried to or started to, is a lack of worthiness. And we need to remember that we have always been worthy. We will always be worthy. And worthiness is not something that we earn or that we need to prove to anyone. It is inherent. And sometimes we can grow up conditioned to believe that our worthiness is attached to how productive we are, or how useful we can make ourselves, or even like how many awards or accolades that we collect. But that's not it at all. There's a lot of pressure to justify our existence, I think, in some ways, even if it's subconscious. But our worth is never conditional. And it didn't start when we succeed. And it doesn't disappear if we fail, or if we just, happen to not be productive. And I think that we need to remember, and you know what, if you asked anybody else, or you think of anybody else, I think that all of us would agree that, of course, that person or whatever is worthy just because they're a human being. But I think we tend to forget that about ourselves, at least in a practical sense. Whew, I'm out for a hike today. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, so it's not tied to our productivity. We can have an unproductive day or week. We can make mistakes. We can even disappoint people. We can change our minds. We can, all of those things. None of that is tied to our value or our worth. And when we confuse our ability to produce, our productivity, to our worth, then I think that it can make the critical voice in our head louder. We become more self-critical, and again, much of this is below the level of our consciousness, but it's there. And I think that we need to remember that our uniqueness is in the way that we see the world, in the way that we show up for others, in the way that there's literally no one else on this planet that can move through the world the way you do, or the way I do. Our own perspective, our very presence, our way of being in the world, it all matters. And it makes me think of, sorry, you're looking right into the sun there. Makes me think of that movie, It's a Wonderful Life, which I watched this last Christmas. So if you think about, this is what brings it home for me too. I've heard this before about, and I'm gonna probably not say it very well, but if you think about all of the generations, your parents' parents, those parents' parents, and from generations before that, they all had to be in the right place at the right time and fall in love with the right person. And, hundreds of years ago, people didn't live that long, and many babies didn't even survive. And every link in the chain had to be precise and and lead to the next link. And in the end, the result is you and me. And I just think that that is a massive improbability. And it's a miracle. And that alone, I think, speaks to the fact that we are not a mistake, we're not an accident, and our existence matters. Okay, so that's a little philosophical and woo-woo for today maybe, but it's true though, if you think about it. So anyway, I just wanted to, I'm out for a hike today because it's a gorgeous day and I want to show you that view. So wonderful. All right, well, so the intention I'm going to leave you with today is, today I will remember that my worth is inherent and act accordingly, and take that with you throughout your day today. And I will see you back here again tomorrow. Today is day 19 of 30. Tomorrow's day 20. We're closing in on 30. And give me a thumbs up if you would like to do a live, or join me on a live, or on the 31st day. I was thinking maybe we could have a little celebration. All right, I'm Joanna, and I'll see you back for day 20 tomorrow. As we set intentions, you're worthy. Bye.